Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel Rider X Garage. Today we're looking at something that doesn't just flirt with the edge of performance, it lives there. This is the Kawasaki Ninja ZX-10RR in its WSBK-spec, a machine bred in the crucible of world superbike racing. It's more than just a street-legal race bike, it's basically what Jonathan Rea has been riding, just with lights and a license plate. If you're into motorcycles that are unapologetically aggressive and track-focused, this review is for you. Let's start with the design and make no mistake, every inch of this bike screams speed and purpose. From the front, you're met with a striking aerodynamic nose cone featuring integrated winglets that produce real downforce, not for show, but to keep the front end planted at race speeds. The LED projector headlights are narrow, angry, and fade almost completely into the aggressive fairing. Air intake is center-mounted and feeds directly into the high-efficiency ram air system that gives this beast even more power at speed. The fairings themselves have been wind tunnel refined and built to channel air smoothly around the rider and into the radiators. There's minimal visual fluff here. It's sharp, tight, and engineered. You won't find flowing, sculptural beauty, you'll find function over form. The matte lime green and black livery, complete with WSBK graphics, just elevates their whole bike into something that looks like it was pulled right off the grid at Phillip Island or Oregon. As we move to the side, the ZX-10RR's race DNA really comes into focus. The tank is shaped for full tuck positioning, the clip-ons are low and wide, and the rear sets are positioned aggressively high. The chassis is Kawasaki's tried and true aluminium twin-spar frame, but for the RR model, it's matched with race-spec suspension and a few key internal upgrades we'll get into in a second. The wheel setup is one of the most noticeable RR upgrades, Marchesini forged aluminium wheels that reduce rotational mass significantly. That doesn't just help with acceleration and braking, it also gives the bike lightning fast turn-in response. The Brembo-style calipers up front, paired with dual 330mm rotors, offer track-ready stopping power and consistent fade-free performance even under repeated hard braking. Swinging around to the rear, the ZX-10RR is lean, focused, and compact. The tail section is clean, aerodynamic, and absolutely minimal, with a sleek LED tail light and no wasted space. Underneath, you'll find an adjustable swing-arm pivoter feature borrowed straight from WSBK that lets teams fine-tune geometry based on tires, suspension settings, and rider preference. And yes, the exhaust is still that race-inspired titanium Akrapovič is slip-on, tuned to meet emissions but still delivering that signature snarling Kawasaki note. Now let's talk power. Under the skin of the RR lies a 998cc inline 4, similar in architecture to the base ZX-10R, but it's what Kawasaki does inside that makes the difference. The RR spec gets Bankel titanium connecting rods and lightweight forged pistons that allow it to rev higher and harder. You're looking at 204 horsepower stock, but pair that with ram air at speed and you're getting close to 214. The redline is bumped to nearly 14,700 revolutions per minute. This engine is sharp, responsive, and thrives in the top end, exactly what you'd want from a WSBK homologation model. The transmission features close ratio gears optimized for the track, and race-spec quick shifter lets you bang through upshifts and downshifts with zero clutch action. It's paired with a slipper clutch and launch control system that makes hard starts almost effortless. The gearbox is race-tight, and if you've ever experienced a Kawasaki superbike on the track, you'll know the shifts are absolutely dialed in. Of course, this bike wouldn't be complete without a top-tier electronics suite. The ZX-10RR comes with a 6-axis Bosch motor that powers Kawasaki's traction control, cornering ABS, engine braking control, launch control, wheelie control, and more. The TFT screen is crisp, and the menus are fairly intuitive, but let's be real. If you're riding this bike to its full potential, you're likely not scrolling through settings mid-ride. Everything is fully programmable and track-oriented. This isn't a toy for the casual rider. Suspension duties are handled by Showa's balance-free forks up front, and a BFRC-light rear shock are both fully adjustable and race-proven. The ride is firm, purposeful, and confidence-inspiring. It's not plush but on the track or canyon run, it delivers surgical precision. Fuel capacity remains 4.5 gallons. With average mileage in the 38-35 miles per gallon range depending on how heavy your wrist is. Not built for touring but then again, this machine isn't about distance. It's about intensity, lap after lap. And now, the part you're probably wondering about: the price. The 2026 Kawasaki Ninja ZX-10RR WSBK-spec sits around $30,000, give or take depending on region, taxes, and dealer markups. It's not a budget bike, but it's also significantly less expensive than a full-on MotoGP replica. What you're paying for is the homologation hardware, the same stuff WSBK riders use to win championships, just adapted slightly for the street. So what's the verdict? The ZX-10RR isn't for everyone. It's stiff, it's aggressive, it demands commitment. But if you're looking for a street-legal superbike that genuinely earns its race credentials, this is it. It's not here to be comfortable, and it definitely doesn't care about being polite. It's focused, relentless, and in the hands of the right rider, absolutely devastating on the track. Kawasaki has stayed true to their built for victory philosophy, and the ZX-10RR is the ultimate expression of that. This isn't just a Ninja. This is a weapon forged in the fire of WSBK competition, and it lives for the red line. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2026 ZX-10RR, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment below. Would you pick the Kawasaki over the M1000RR or the Panigale V4R? Let's talk superbikes. Until next time, keep your visor down, ride safe, and I'll see you at the apex.